What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. I'm going to show you how to wire 110 outlets, US style. First and foremost, in your wall, you're going to have 3 wires. Well, it's going to be one coat. You're going to have, in that coating, you're going to have a black wire, a white wire, and a solid copper wire. It's going to be a bare copper wire inside like a yellow or whatever color coating it is. It depends upon the gauge or whatever. You need to replace your outlet because something like the plastic broke off of it or something. You don't have to call an electrician. I'm going to show you how to do that. First and foremost, you want to make sure you shut the power off to that outlet. If you can still get something to plug in there, like a lamp, you can shut off, turn the lamp on, make sure it turns on, and then shut off the breakers. You can do it by shutting off the switch, but not the best idea. You want to shut a breaker off and make sure you have another light to do this with, like a flashlight, or do it during the day with the windows so you can actually see what you're doing. But here's the basics with that. You're going to pull the faceplate off. There will be a screw in the middle here. The faceplate will come off. And then you're going to have a screw here and a screw here at the top. That's going to come out. When you get in there, you have to be observant. Because like I said, you're going to have a black coated wire, a white coated wire, and a solid copper wire with no coating on it. That solid copper wire it's a ground. It's just a ground. It's going to come from your panel box. There will be a ground bar in your panel box, but that's what that goes to. That solid copper wire is going to go to a green screw on the outlet. Now that, you're going to remember that probably. Sometimes if you have metal boxes and you pull that out and you just see 2 wires going to the plug, if you look in the back of the metal box, they will ground this copper wire to the metal box on the inside of the box. Because when you screw this into the metal box here and here, it grounds it. So now that that's out of the way, now we got our white wire and our solid black wire. Our white wire is going to go to the screws on the silver side of the outlet. The screws on the silver side. You see 2 silver screws, 2 gold screws on either side of the outlet. White is going to the silver side. Black is going to the gold side. Also, in some applications and whatever, you'll see a little tab in between here. You'll see a screw here, a screw here, a screw here, a screw here, and a tab connecting them two. Usually they stay connected, but people will disconnect them for like setting up half the outlet on a switch side or whatever they need to do that for. But when you open these out, a lot of these are also junctions for other outlets. So you want to make sure you actually have the bad outlet. Little tip, say I have a full dead outlet right here. And I have an outlet down the wall a little bit that's working fine. With a little bit of knowledge, like you might be able to figure this out. Odds are you might pull this outlet out and it'll look fine. But the problem was the outlet in the series before that. Because what they'll do is there's going to be 2 black wires, 2 white wires, and the 2 copper wires are going to be twisted together, grounded to here. 1 white wire here, 1 white wire here, 1 black wire here, 1 black wire here. If these tabs are there, that's completing a series. That's just a continuation in the circuit. Now, if this is the white wire line in, and that's the black wire line in, the hot side, black wire load side, white wire load side, and this white wire comes off, this outlet won't work. or the next outlet won't work. So the next outlet in the series will actually be the one that doesn't work. If the feed side comes off, it'll kill this outlet and the next outlet in the series. So you got to be observant with what is actually going on with your circuit in general. But usually you can get in there and replace a broken socket or an outlet by yourself. It's really fairly easy. But that was just something I wanted to give you guys a little rundown on how to do. Also, it'll help if you get a multimeter, a digital multimeter. You can stick one of the prongs in here. As long as it's set up for AC, you got to make sure it's set up for AC current. You can stick one of the prongs in here and test that side, see if it's dead. And you can go back and forth and check everything. You can figure out which lead is not working correctly fairly easy. But I hope this helped. And another thing, if you are using a metal box, be sure when you install this back into that metal box that you have that gold side far enough away from the side of the metal box. That will create a dead short. That will create a problem. You do not want that gold touching the side of the metal box. Because in all reality, I will explain this to you, when you're out to your power lines, when you go out to your power lines, you're going to have one or two wires coming in and a ground wire coming in. You're not going to get 1, 2, 3 different wires. You're going to have 2 hot lines and your ground that come in. This silver actually just turns into a ground in the panel box, after the panel box. So realistically, if these touch, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. That hot wire, that does not touch anything. That black wire does not touch anything. You'll be all right as long as you make sure the black one is the bad one. That one will hurt you. This is strictly for outlets. When we get into, I'll explain 220 and how to wire, like, I don't know, hot water heaters and whatnot in the future. But for outlets, gold, black, silver, white, green, screw, bare copper. Peace.